did for the ministry was the policy and implementation of the one district, one factory. That was all that the Ministry of Trade was all about. If you watch and assess carefully, this was all that Alan Martin championed. Collaborating with private companies, expanding their businesses, setting up new companies. That was all that the Ministry of Trade and Industry was all about. We did not see any other innovation. Now, when he resigned and we had Katie Hammond come in, let's look at some curative and thinking outside the box he was doing. Now, he started, even though he could not implement most of the propositions, but I think that most of his ideas were quite laudable. Now, he wanted us to stop importing offals, like yemadie, those things, intestines and those things. He wanted us to stop it. And there were certain policies he was so particular about that we don't have to import certain things because we can do it from here. I mean, within a few months he had to lead as a Minister of Trade, we saw those, and these were like the policy direction of a country, because this is what a country should adopt so that we can reduce our imports, and that will also sustain the economy. But Alan was so, I'm not saying the 1D, 1F was not good. Okay, the growth in the automobile industry was by Alan. Indeed, I know. So that's the point I'm making. That his role as a Minister of Trade
was part of the 1D, 1F.
Was driven towards policy and implementation of the 1D, 1F. This is what I'm saying. So listen to that carefully. I'm not saying he did not perform, but the point I'm making is that it was driven towards, let's expand the industry by building companies, investing in existing businesses. Let's expand. Yep, that's all that Alan's Trade and Industry was all about. It was the policy direction or the campaign promise of the NPP. But look at this one. This one would have had an adverse effect. Yes, even though this one will also have a very direct effect on reducing our imports or cutting down the imports. But I think that this one was one of the big problems Ghana was facing, like importation of chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
You understand? So he should have, like I am saying, Katie Hammond was a bit practical with the real situations in Ghana. Because check our imports. A lot of people import some of these things, and these are the reasons why the exchange rate is still like
the way it is.
Exactly. So I think that Katie Hammond, in a very short while, was dealing with the practicality of our challenges as a people than what Alan. I'm not saying Alan did not perform, but in my point of view, he was too focused on building factories and forgetting the other aspects of the trade and industry. That is my assessment of both of them. All right. And and pricing of cement and all. Yes, indeed. Katie Hammond championed that as well. He was, I mean, within some short time, he was pushing certain agenda. You understand? And this is what the ministry is all about. But I think that Alan was too focused on one thing. Not to say it's not good. It was good, yes. But I think that he was too focused on that.
He was not thinking outside the box. Alan was not thinking outside the box.
Exactly. And this one, even though he's too jovial, but I think that we saw a different side of him when it came to certain decisions a serious country should take when it comes to policy and banning certain products from coming into our country. And that is what I think the chicken should be the mandate of our Greek ministry.
You see, so
listen, so please let me address this guy. So the chicken should be that is where like probably you give them small chicks and for them to rear. All right. Yes, but the trade and industry will ensure that we don't import some of these things. They work, most of the ministries, they don't work independently. Like they work hand in hand.
They work hand in hand.
Hand in hand. One policy can affect the other. So when these people stop, when the trade and industry stop the importation, these people can pick it up. The Greek ministry can pick it up. So how do we make up for the shortfalls? This is what we talk about. That's why they are all in cabinets. So please don't look at it as a one thing or standalone ministry. No, that is why in all that they do, it goes back to the finance ministry because they all depend on it. That's the conversation we are having. I'm not saying Alan did not perform as a trade and industry minister, but I think that he was too focused on expanding businesses and also setting up factories. Meanwhile, we could have cut down on certain things so that, there can be a jail in whatever we attain as a country. Yeah,
Yes,
but I think
and
KT in the short time really showed that he
yes,
had some leadership
and
qualities
on the
about.
same latter note, if President Mahama, recently I was in a conversation with an aide to Honorable Haruna Idris. He calls me a lot. There's an aide to him, and I was speaking to him. In fact, Haruna sent him to support his candidate in the primaries to the by-election in Tamale. So one of the days we were on phone in the evening and we were talking about
the journalist.
I am.
Have you asked Honorable Uyeta Blakwa this same question?
Honorable,
When he said that, have you asked him?
of course,
No,
when
let
that
me ask you
happened,
a
we have. But I'm
You
saying
don't ask
this
him.
this is what
No,
this is what we are treating now.
The problem I have in Ghana, and I've said it on radio, I've said it on Okusi saying several times, on Joy News PM, I've said this, that the problem I have is the hypocrisy in the system. The hypocrisy, especially with media people, chiefs, and sometimes pastors.
But Honorable, were you expecting us
No,
to
I'm
allow
just
you to
talking-
go
I'm
scot-free
not that-
after making that statement? We
No,
shouldn't
I'm not
even
by this saying
query
that.
you. We shouldn't ask you questions. We should
No,
just allow you to go
but-
scot-free.
But the point I'm trying to ask you is that, for me, what did I do when I said that? I came back to say something. Did I say something? Did I? I said something about after that. Yeah. Hello.
I'm here with you, please.
No, we are having a conversation.
Sure.
Except you don't want me to also talk.
No, please,
Then
please do.
I will stop talking because we are having a conversation and a very civil one. My point is that nobody pushed me to say that. Oh, I think I went very far.
Right.
So that. But I'm just asking you a question. You as a media person, and that's the problem I have in this country now. All of a sudden, NDC has come, so every media person is dancing to the tune of NDC. Whatever NDC,
Honorable.
let me finish.
Okay,
Excuse me, let me
please
finish,
finish.
please. Whatever NDC does that is bad is good in their eyes. My point is that Honorable Ablakwa said something similar. No media house in Ghana knew the story at that time, said all those kind of things, what they said to me. I'm not by that justifying my action. I told you earlier on that I'm not justifying, but my point is that there are two templates that you want. If you want to solve a problem, what you have to do that the measure you use to hit some or to address an issue, you have to use the same measure to also address another issue of similar importance. But when you treat one differently, then people will have issues with you. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making, because the point is that I was expecting all those media people talking plenty to have to use the same energy because Okuyeta Blakwa, my brother in parliament, is now a minister for foreign affairs. He is in power. So now all those people, including you yourself and other people, they are afraid of him. They can ask him. They can't even query him and ask him to apologize. They can't even query him and say all those things that he said to me, to him. They can't.
Okay,
They are afraid of him.
I'm not too sure about.
These people, that's the truth.
I'm not too sure
That's
about
you are not sure about this, I'm
journalists
telling you.
being
I'm telling
afraid
you because
of
it is
Honorable
what they said,
Okudzeto.
is it different from what I said?
I'm not too sure about your statement that we are afraid of
but
him. I'm
what
not
did he
too
say?
sure about that.
What
But
did he say?
but it's fine. Let's proceed. I mean,
we
that's
can't move on. Let's address this issue. Let's
okay.
finish.
Please finish.
My point that what he said, was it different from what I also said? We almost said the same thing, but nobody hit him with a hammer. Everybody treated him with a kid's glove because everybody's afraid of him. He's the
Interesting.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, so we can't talk about him.
Interesting.
I said something similar, and everybody think that I've killed human beings. But people have even murdered children. That's what people are saying. Because that's what people did to me. It equals to, and it's as if I've committed serious murder. But the Okuyeta Blakwa did this almost the same thing, and he was left off the hook to go.
Okay,
Is that fair?
that's fine. That's fine.
That's
I mean,
fairness.
that's fine. I mean.
na NDC December 7th yetu abano ema omampeni John Dramani Mahama ebe ye president eduma no uma koswa ye
gaga who gaga the omumpe and what I mean busia ma be steam no nche wa ya omode aso be like amame na fe wa share amenipa bebre enya bi ahwe aya comment under this video who we are found some plus button so now follow me for trending issues and news update makato sahaye ni diatem ye intellectual analysis backward science and data of course be criticizing so far Ghanaian by birth Asantini by grace Abusia Yensasie
3, 2, 1.
I'm now share the media engagement. Our company our Flagstaff House and Jubilee House no. When you be share now when you be a shampoo, I mean say SFs no on set me akabi and na working kind transcripts ni so any ade. But the question I'm asking you is, are you sure the president of the land, Omampeni Mahama John, can solve this galamsey issue? Are you sure? Now, so when Timinsu and solve it, yeah, Nenye what that Ghana for one kasa. Yesterday, I showed you some video. Let me repeat that same video for you. When they were in opposition, this was what they were telling Adedan Akufo-Addo.
To declare a state of emergency, all mining should just stop now.
Emergency. Yes, we have to declare a state of emergency.
Just as we declared lockdown during COVID, let there be a certain declaration of it. It shows seriousness.
Yes, I think that national emergency be declared now and today, not tomorrow.
It is his responsibility. The people of Ghana elected him. He is currently the president of Ghana. And it is his responsibility to deal with galamsey now.
These same people now want here and ma Akufo-Addo pressure so on declare state of emergency no. And then woman nyina be a ministers, be a deputy ministers, be a sector ministers and what have you. And then woman nyina you quiet. Abusia, when they were pressuring Omampeni Adedan Akufo-Addo, so on declare state of emergency no. Now ensure be was central region, I'm friend Ayensu or something. Forgive me. In December when we visited there, this was the state of the water. Ensu a wujinemu a uhunu wanim hunu nsuo na se. Ensu a menkola edi nsuo ni mu agro. In December when they were telling Adedan Akufo-Addo say on declare state of emergency no, this was the state of this water body. Ampa nsuo bebre wo Ghana ha no a edin asai. Me patro now so na sa nsuo we de na ka nsuo ni kakra bi aka na ani efepa. And now me no wo kasa sisi abusia, just look at this. The same river abusia nsukro no ano hwede aye. And this is the reason why Ghana Water Company Limited is telling us, we here 280% increment, and some of what me treating you, I'm a Ghana for your potable water. Ano. Now, Omampeni catch Ghana for you, say, declaring state of emergency, and the last result. Wow. Take and watch.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort.
Omampeni, with all due respect, did you know so to declare a state of emergency was the last thing I was saying Omampeni biaye? Were you aware? So to declare state of emergency, now there is a procedure. You were who kwanya ye I was sitting in copy parliament near the other. Did you know that, Omampeni? With all due respect, did you know that? Yeah, mami no why ya adwini. So when you people are looking for power, mu twantro kakra, na mu aka no kra kakra. But we there, well Bogana for Sulia, wallahi. Hey! Now there is state of emergency. Are you guys okay? UTAC for, are you okay? Labor Union, are you okay? Catholic Bishop Conference for, are you okay? Papa no so from penny for more Ghana ha. No mutina mo sorry them. E di atem catch and say, "Nana Jai Jimmy! Nana Jai Jimmy no." Are you guys okay now? Abusia, let's give time some time. The God of Adedankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will surely speak. This is Ghana must know.
Nana Ghana for you, Nana Ghana for you, Nana Ghana for you.